because I don't want to be, I'm going to be blindly optimistic here and suggest that we might have some listeners that weren't with us from the very start,
Hmm.
to kind of recap our own positions on, that the whole podcast was born out of the Brexit debate.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess, my position was that I would have preferred to remain. I was no great lover of the EU. I didn't like it as an institution, but there was always a view from my perspective that the pain of leaving um, was going to be worse than the sort of gentle inconvenience of staying. So I guess, at that point, it made me one of those sort of strange people within the Conservative Party. The Conservative Party was split at the time. And I was, again, I took some heat at the time for doing well, that's a cowardly approach. There was also a little bit of self-interest there. I was never shy about explaining that, I was in a very well-paid pharmaceutical manufacturing job at the time, and I believed that should we leave the EU, that would spell the end for my employment, which it did. The plant closed and moved to Belgium. So there was an element from a personal perspective. I voted to remain. Woke up, was surprised to see that we had voted to leave, as I think were quite a large proportion of the leave camp. And I guess from my perspective, which got me some heat on social media, my view at that point was it was a heads or tails call. I called heads, it landed tails, and at that point we sort of had to get on with it. And therein lies so many Facebook arguments and getting banned from the odd group and having to go and sit on the naughty step as I interacted with people.